It's that time of the year when most people would have given up on their goals already. 75% of the people give up on their New Year's resolution within the first week. That's like having a minivan going towards the dreamland and 7 people jumping out in the first week of the trip. And it's a year-long trip, of course. Let's be honest, there are times when we don't feel like our best. We're not right up there. And it's times like that that we need some tools to get us back onto the highway and going towards the dreamland. So here are 5 tools that you can add to your toolkit to help you build instant confidence whenever you need it. Number 1 is just to move. Whenever you feel like you're down because of whatever the reason is, you just need to move it. Now you could run, skip, hop, do some press-ups if you want to, just do some robot moves if you have to. Just move your body, because there's an age-old argument about psychology following physiology or physiology following psychology. Either ways, when you move, your brain is telling your mind that everything is okay, and your brain is telling your mind, no. When you move, your brain is telling your body that everything is okay, and your body is telling your brain that things are okay. And that could just be as simple as just going for a walk. And when you do that, things fall into place and we feel a lot better. And that's an instant confidence builder. Number 2 is you can have quick wins in your life. So what is your goal for 2018? That's right up there. Whatever your goal is for 2018, let's imagine that that goal is for other people. Your accolades and your wins are for other people. Really, down here, today and tomorrow is where you're focusing all your attention. So imagine that you want to run 100 miles in a year's time. So at the end of the year, you want to be able to run 100 miles. You would just write that down at the top here and just forget about it. You can put it away somewhere so you can refer to it if you need to, but now you're going to focus on just running 1 mile today. And then you're going to celebrate. When you do that, you're going to party, and that helps you build enough confidence, enough energy boost just to go for another day. So tomorrow morning you wake up and you run 1 more mile. And what happens is eventually all these miles add up to your final goal. So when you look back and people are partying at the end, yes, you made it finally. You look forward and you say, well, actually, I've been partying the whole year. And that's why we break down our goals into small chunks to help keep that momentum going. Number 3 is just being grateful for the things you have. Let's imagine that there's a party going on in this room and there's a cake, and this cake has a slice missing. Instantly, you can divide the room into half. One half is going to talk about why there's a slice missing, and the other half is going to just focus on the cake that is actually there. Which side do you belong to? Because we all know that one person or that family that has only 25% of the cake, and they're happy with it. In fact, they think their 25% is so big that they share it with their friends and their family. So next time you feel down because you're focusing on the things you don't have and you're focusing on the missing piece, just start to build a list of the things that you do have. Are you watching this on YouTube or Facebook? Because that means you have internet, you have access to a phone. Do you have hot running water in your tap? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have parents and friends that you can call when you're feeling down? You can just build a list, and the moment you start building the list, you start seeing the cake that is actually there and not the missing piece. Number 4, and another thing you can do is to just pretend. You've heard the phrase, fake it till you make it. I actually don't like that phrase, because don't fake anything. You can just pretend that whenever things are going bad, think of your role model, whoever that is, and you can pretend to be that person. So if you're in the middle of a town center and you stumble over something and there's a pretty girl or pretty boy just watching you, you know, in that very moment, that you could choose between being humiliated by the circumstance, or you can just say, hey, for this moment, I'm going to step out of myself and pretend that I'm someone else, like Robert De Niro, or you can be Jennifer Lawrence, and just walk it off like nothing happened. Everything's cool, everything's good. And most of the time, it's not other people and what they think about us, it's what we feel in that moment. And you can just pretend to be somewhere else and just get out of that moment. And the last tip, the last tool that you can add to your toolkit is to be proactive. When you're in your high peak state, write down a list of things that work for you. Whether that's lighting a candle, whether that's going for a walk, taking your pet on a walk, going for a run, whatever that is, you can build a list of things that make you feel at your best. But you do that when you are at the best. Because sometimes when things don't go as planned, and a lot of times they don't, the last thing you want to do is be searching your brain for things that make you happy, because that's where everything starts to go wrong. By having a list, you have a set of instructions that you can look at and go, wow, step 1, I can do this, step 2, step 3. And the moment you go through some of these, you get back into your zone and you're back out there on the highway running towards the dreamland. These are the 5 tips or 5 tools that you can add to your toolkit and keep that in your minivan. So whenever you're feeling down, you can always come back to this video and just watch it again. In fact, there's 10 more. If you like a bit of reading, you can follow the link below, and there's 10 more on the blog that you can read. And also on the blog, I've added a checklist that you can download and you can take with you wherever you go. So next time you're feeling down, you can just go through the checklist and get yourself back up. It's only the start of the year. Now, if you hit that subscribe button, YouTube will give me a custom URL, because at the moment it's all squiggly lines. I'm off to get more tools for next week. I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Ciao.